Okay, so as I said on the last video, which I haven't posted any videos now, so if you're watching this, you haven't missed anything. I'm going to do part 5 instead of part 4, part 2. And this thing will probably make it to 7 videos. It'll probably be done by Tuesday. I have homework tomorrow, so I won't be doing a lot of recording for the rest of the weekend. It's Saturday now. Friday, I was just exhausted. I had to go to Richmond. I had to do some military testing. And I had to come home and go to a Saber Night's Lights class after driving all day, after working my brain halfway to hell and back. I'm pretty exhausted. And I had to get some stuff taken care of before I even left the military because the certain parts have me as 20%. McGuire still had me listed as 10%. And then in a week or two I have to go back to another military exam. So without further ado, I'm going to cut off these lights. And I've been looking at these videos, so they're not going to be up to par, because not like the Mac camera. The Mac camera is better for this, but the Mac camera doesn't have a pause. This has a pause, so that's why I'm using this one. In case anybody wants to know why everything looks flicked and funky, maybe the YouTube filters will filter it out so it looks, tangible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do part 5, another summary, while you guys watch me play. Now again, this camera has some issues that I don't know how to fix, and hopefully none of these things will pop up during all this stuff. And more or less I gotta summarize it while I finish this mission with my other writer, and hopefully be able to sum up some stuff. And I want you guys to be able to pay attention to it as I talk. So I'm gonna try and do maybe mid-talking. If something comes up important, I'll drop that note. If something doesn't come up important, you'll just enjoy watching me play. So that being said, yes, some spit flew out my mouth. Didn't land on the machine, at least not all the way. And that was okay. So let's get this over with. Also, my Mac keeps crashing on Facebook for some reason. So we're gonna try and post this back as far as possible, because I haven't mastered this camera yet. So first, let's go here. Get rid of that. Then no. Alright, just noted I'm here. Map. Not that. Not that. And of course, I can't get to the shorthand for crew. So first we'll hit the rocks for science. And that's where we're supposed to be going. So let's go get these rocks first, and then let's no, screw that. Let's do that first.
Gravity's lower than we're used to, Pathfinder. Gil says you shouldn't worry about accidentally hitting escape velocity.
With me sitting in this, won't happen.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
So while we're on forward stations, how many forward stations did the Nexus launch? Or how many forward stations was launched from Earth when they took off? Because there's a lot of forward stations, enough for you to drop on every planet that you visit. And in some cases, 5 or 6 per planet that you visit. So how many forward stations do they actually have? And have you noticed how when you save the Krogans or whatever, and you do whatever they want you to do. Morta doesn't talk to you anymore. She grunts and growls, but she never talks to you, and no one points that out. And it's a lot of other characters like that that once you do whatever the hell they want, they still treat you like you committed a crime, or like you went up to heaven and smacked Jesus in the mouth or something. Because Vetra's sister does it. So in case you haven't been up to speed, I'm only going to have a relationship with Vetra in this one with Sarah Cody Ryder. No. And the reason why that is because I haven't had relationship with that one.
Automated protocols activated.
I want to make sure
Deploying forward station.
what kind of ending I'm going to get. Which we won't find out because I'm pretty sure come Monday when I call the PlayStation company that they're going to try and tell me what they do and it's going to not work.
Most Turians, Vetra. You know what it's like to hurt a little.
I haven't taken half the shots you have. Still have on my lips.
That's not going to stop the video summary. Worst come to worst, I'll be back on the trilogy.
Whoa, that's unsettling.
But you know, you have to understand, Andromeda is my favorite game. But also, on the same note, you know, Andromeda is a great game. It's just that the social justice warrior screwed it up. And the one good thing about it is that the ending is a little bit better than the trilogy. It's a cliffhanger, but not a cliffhanger. You know, the trilogy, we were robbed. Straight up and down, we were robbed. And I think that Bauer and Ear could have done better. They could at least give us more DLCs for Quarians and Batarians and all the other life forms that we missed. Definitely Vorcha. Which, by the way, why were the Vorcha not there? Oops. I kind of would want the Vorcha to be there. Am I stuck? Because the Vorcha are immune to everything. Okay, I'm falling to my death. And if they're immune to everything, you would want someone that you could popularly use their blood to vaccinize or vaccine for everything, especially the THC14 or whatever the hell it's called.
What is that?
A mining dome, Pathfinder. You should be able to exit the nomad once inside.
What about the crazy space radiation?
The dome structure prevents cosmic rays from entering.
But anyway, there's a lot of unanswered questions about species, and you know,
Look, it's easy.
we
You just
don't
pull
know
the hinge
what
back
else
and
was
snap the
on the
upgrade straight on the
Quarians.
barrel.
But first and foremost,
It's secure.
as evil as I'm about to sound,
Back in my day, upgrades
and
were
as stupid
handmade,
as this
custom
may
fitted.
seem,
None of this off
I want you guys to
the
think
rack
about it
snap
before you
together
weigh your
Don't say
opinions
I'll
in
go
on
both
what I'm about
ways.
to say.
Don't say it.
Turians
Why
didn't used to be so
in the
damn
blue
either.
blazes on God's green earth, or in BioWare's universe, would you think it would be a good idea to let the Quarians, who can't get sick before the union with them in the Geth by Shepherd, bring any other species with them? The Volas had more money than the Quarians. And remember, most of the Quarian ships are junked that they have put back back together from God only knows where. Sorry, yeah, I almost did the same thing again. And I just did the same thing again. Whew, what a save. And got it on camera. Because even I didn't see that coming. But anyway. That being said, I hope there's a bridge right here somewhere. Oh, it's down there. But anyway, that being said, why would you let the Quarians, of all people, bring other species? Hanar, Elcor, Drell. I mean, I could see if the Hanar, the Volus, the Drell, if those guys were bringing, like if they had made their arc.
Deploying forward station.
Yeah, I'm not knocking the
Calm down,
Quarians.
guys.
before you guys get upset with me, because there are a lot of people who are Korean fans, and most of that is because Italian
Zones in this region are
Lieutenant,
available,
whatever the hell his name is, that we don't need you to take one for the team. That guy. You know, a lot of us are fans of hers from when,
I tried.
you
I
know,
asked around.
you just take your Italian.
Dumb, huh?
You were a
Yeah.
kid.
That's understandable because I'm one of his fans too.
Either dad or
But at the same time,
disappear.
you have to look at the stuff that the
I
Koreans
tell myself he'd come back if he
have
could.
come through.
I'll never get the truth. So
They
I'll
get
take the lie
diseases
that
quickly,
makes everything
they have
easier.
no true immune system, and they die because of it. Why would you let them bring other species that can carry diseases? And again, we don't know if Vorcha's on board. We don't know if Batarians are on board. We don't know how many of the original
According to Sid's
species,
intel,
besides
that's
the
where those
humans,
settlers are being held.
the
We should
Taurians,
check it out.
the Asari, and the Solarians have arcs. So if the Quarians, because we know that the Krogans came on the Nexus. In fact, a majority of the Quarians, the Krogan came on the Nexus. They didn't just like have their own arc. Which I also think is bullshit. I think the Krogans probably should have had their own arc and their own Pathfinder. But, you know, when it comes to racism, it's universal. Even in the Mass Effect universe, racism is still universal. And most people can't stand the Quarians or the Krogan. But like I said, why would you let the Quarians of all species bring extra races? And that's not logical from where I sit because of what I just said about the Quarians. But, you know, I didn't like the game. But also, that being the case, we know that the Hanar and the Volus are some of the richest species. Why wouldn't they have their own arcs and Pathfinders? I'm just putting that out there as part of my summary, because I know a lot of you guys probably aren't thinking about, hey, well, why don't we have these guys as things like that? And I think of everything most of the time, and I'm thinking that, you know, maybe it kind of slipped their minds when they were writing it, but
Looks like no one's home.
I swear, if Sid sent us on a pointless search, I'm
Well,
going to
personally,
drill her shin plates.
yeah, I'm sorry I had to drink a little bit of tea. And again, you know, personally, you know, I think that, in all seriousness, that those species that are named, we know the Batarians have their own portable fleet, because they went to war with the humans too, just like the Taurians did. But we know if they could have their own fleet, they could probably have built their own arc, or at least contributed to an arc being built for their people. We know that the Quarians more than likely probably built their own arc, because that's what they do. They probably had a hand in building all the arcs, because we know that the Quarians have to learn how to fix shit on the fly. We also know that they are pretty capable as fighters and people who fix things.
Get comfortable. You'll be here a
But
while.
why would they be allowed to bring people like Elcor and
I need to know what you've been doing
Elcor,
and who you pissed off.
Drill,
I don't know who that was or what she was talking about. I know better than to...
It's okay,
Vorcha,
Petra. You don't have to cover
and
for us.
Hanar?
That was
Why would they be
She
allowed
runs
to
the
bring
smoking
them?
ring of Kadara.
Because even though they are probably the technological
We work
geniuses
for her.
of the Mass Effect
Petra
group,
helped
next
us
to
get
the
out.
Solarians being the scientific
New lives,
genius,
hiding in the outposts.
yeah.
You smuggled outlaws onto my
Yeah,
outpost?
we made mistakes.
It's one of the things that, you know,
Thanks to you, I got to see my family.
it's a question that people
Look,
probably
I don't
haven't
know
thought
you.
about
I
asking.
don't know any of you.
And I only
I'm
thought
getting
about
out of here.
asking it because when you
We
get to the
tried.
end of the
There's
game,
no way out.
spoiler alert for those who haven't played,
There's always a way out.
and they advertise the Quarian arc or whatever, you know,
Ryder, you have to believe me. I have no idea what's going on.
I asked
I'm going
myself
to get
this
answers,
question
but first we have to get out of here.
because I don't think anybody who's been making Mass Effect videos have ever asked this question, provided that the social justice warriors haven't ruined the game for them like it has for most people. Now I understand the social justice warriors ruining the third game
It's
because
making me doubt what really
we
happened.
were
I
screwed
hope
out
this
of our
all gets sorted out
endings.
soon.
Do you know what Meriwether plans to
But
do
I can
with
tell you
us?
this.
We were always baked for
At its
victory.
heart of hearts,
Now that
Mass
Vector's here,
Effect is a
Meriwether has
damn
no use
awesome
for us.
game.
And for Vector,
Andromeda
most likely
is
revenge.
also a
Meriwether doesn't
damn
care for people who meddle in their
awesome
business.
game.
Nothing good in store for
And you
anyone,
know,
I'm certain.
for the most part, you know, it's cut dry to the point, you know. If you're a Mass Effect fan, play it for the love of the game and don't fall for the social justice warriors BS. If you never played the game, then you should. But you should also watch some of these videos so that you can find all the Easter eggs, so when you are playing, you won't miss anything.
There was some mention of you being a Nexus exile.
Now, I say this lightly,
Robin,
you know,
when we first got here,
because
things were bad.
curiosity is a thing that
It was
kind
all
of
too
drives
easy
us
to
all
start scapegoating
to
the
a certain
initiative.
extent.
When the revolt happened,
Some of us
I
more
joined
than others
but things aren't
are
better
willing
at
to
all.
admit that curiosity drives us.
I knew what he was talking about.
How did Meriwether get a
You
base
know,
on this planet?
She
I'll be
made
the first to
friends
say,
with Dara.
I'm quite fully
So many
curious
dogs, I
about
told her
the
about this
Quarian
place.
arc.
It was a
But I'm
mine or
also
something.
quite fully curious
Got
about
damaged
what
and abandoned.
other
It was
arcs
perfect for Mary
could have
Kay.
been coming, should have been
Wanted to strike
coming,
out on her own,
and why
away from
not
Sloan.
come.
We put a
Now we
lot
know
of
that
work
the
into this
Volus
place.
was not a
Carved
council
out a niche,
species,
doing things
but
even
they
Sloan
have
would
money and
touch.
have provided for the council on many occasions, as Balabron has
Tell me
said,
more about Meriwether.
and
She
other
used to be some kind of military surveyor. Now,
other,
she's a gang leader and smuggler. Working for her was
species.
alright at first.
we know that Elcor
Then, she
also
started
don't
doing
have a
things
council
we
seat.
didn't agree with.
However,
But you don't just quit
you know,
working for
they
Meriwether.
and
We
the
needed someone
Volus
to help hide us.
share,
Now, Meriwether's
um,
convinced we're
an
scheming
embassy.
against her.
instead of having their own embassy, yet the Citadel is fucking massive. Every
You said
species
Vectra
should have
helped
an
you.
embassy
How
of their own
exactly?
instead of having to
Some of
share.
us were trying to get
And
off
besides
the
that, the
Jonathan
Elcor
heard
are
about it through
huge.
contacts.
The
She
Volus
reached
are
out
like
to us.
little
Made up
people,
assignments at the outpost.
like leprechaun
That
size.
got us free.
That's why I
We
don't
didn't
offend
meet her in
people.
person. Only over
And
comms.
the
Maybe it was never really her.
damn Elcor
Anyway,
are like
we thought
Shaquille
Meriwether
O'Neal
would
and
let us go. We were
Yao
wrong.
Ming size.
There will be
Why
time to talk
would
later.
you force them to have an embassy together in which they must share it? Yeah, there's just something not right with that entire structure. Of course, we know that basically the council race is being racist. You know. So, that being said, you know, we have to wonder why.
Door controls are not accessible from here, Pathfinder.
There has to be a way out.
I can open the doors from my end, but they're powered down. We
What's
need to
he now?
get them going again.
Your end?
I
I don't like the sound of this right
kind
Just get those doors some power.
It appears.
of, it kind of doesn't sit right with me,
No way to know until we try.
and it's not because I don't like the Quarians. It's just because of the simple fact that
That
it's
cable's not going to get power to that door.
not a logical move from where I sit.
These might connect the door to the generator.
So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. That, you know, it's not like a logical fit for me, just due to the fact that
Are you sure that goes there?
Mostly, small chance of killing everyone on the planet, but hey, it's life without risk.
they've never done that before when I played. But you know,
Crud.
at the same
Hacking the door
time,
tripped a silent alarm. If the guards see Galloway and the others,
What the
they're
hell?
dead. We gotta hide them. The storage room.
cool. I didn't know I could do that.
Everyone in here!
Get in here, jackass. You too, One-Eyed Willie. Who the hell's missing? Oh, you gotta frickin' be kidding me. Is somebody missing? Why is the door not closing? Yeah, this happens a lot. Now I gotta deal with the damn guards.
That took care of it. We should check the colonists are okay.
Yeah, he's dust. There's some little dummy is still in that damn thing. I'm gonna be really, pissed off. Who's up here? Okay. Well, that doesn't make any sense. There's nobody up here. Why the damn door's putting shut? Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I'm sorry I got off track for a second. Oh, nuts. Stop falling. I'm still falling. Yeah, that happened. I wonder why it won't let me get up there. Won't even let me see what's up there. No. Okay. I've reached fuck it. Maybe I didn't. Okay, yeah. Let's just say fuck it. Anyway.
Is everyone okay?
Sedarin, Nix, you've been pretending to
So,
be me, haven't you?
The whole concept
How did you...
of
Think I don't
freaking,
recognize my own tricks?
no.
And stop using my voice.
other
Sorry.
species,
It was just
other
easier to get
pathfinders,
things done
why
when
did they
people
not
thought
get
it
them?
was you know, because you have contacts and stuff.
Sid.
So you didn't help us, just like you said.
Yeah, my
So
kid
the Koreans
sister.
have a pathfinder. The Torians, the Solarians, the humans, and the Asari.
Messing with
No
Kadar
Krogan
gangs, she
Pathfinder.
put people in real danger.
No
It'll
Drell
never happen again,
Pathfinder.
I swear.
No
I just wanted to
Hanar.
help. All Galloway and
nothing.
Hislop wanted was a new
Although I'm
start.
sure they bought some Blaster movies
And
since
now, your ass is getting in a shuttle and booking it
Ryder
back to
has
the
her
Nexus.
shirt.
But I can help you get
Blaster
everyone
shirt.
out of here.
But you know,
You hacked a door
when you
without
think about
checking
it,
for safeguards. That's help we don't
why
So walk
would
me
you
through
let
it.
the
I got eyes on the
Quarians
base.
be in charge of
Ryder?
the other species, getting them to Andromeda safely?
She's your sister. Great. Thanks for the backup.
But you know,
Fine, Sid. You can help, but follow my instructions and don't get creative.
it gets
We'll stay
me
put and follow you when
in
it's
one of
safe.
those tips.
Don't wanna
'Cause I'm
get
like,
caught in the
okay, as much as I love Mass
The
Effect,
sooner we get going, the better.
it's like the
So
logical
notice if anything's
of the
headed our way.
Koreans having an
Head down
arc
the
I can
corridor through
accept.
the mess hall. That's
The
what
logic of them bringing
Before
other
we go farther,
species
are you
with
in a safe
them,
spot?
I
Yeah,
cannot.
I tapped
Oh
the search system
crap!
from outside.
I deserve
Shuttle's well
that
hidden.
for chunking down the
I know what
Koreans.
I'm doing.
you know, I can't really accept it because I'm like, okay, I think of all the crap the Quarians have gone through, even with the Geth, and if the Quarians left the galaxy, who's to say that the Geth didn't like
Did you
sneak
know
on
your
board?
sister was messing about in person?
We know that the Geth have taken Quarian ships.
I would have let her if I knew? This explains a bunch of the strange reactions I've gotten from some of my associates. Shit, I have no idea what else she's done in my name.
So, you know, when you think about that stuff, if you think about this stuff, which I'm sure no one else does, because I think of little things and most people think big, and sometimes when you think of little things, they become really big concepts really fucking quickly. Kind of like the hydrogen bomb. No one thought that thing was going to be a big ass boom until you had to use it. So, you know.
Looks like today's gourmet choices is sawdust and paste.
Sid, what's that door?
Looks like it leads to some kind of workshop. Could be some gear in there.
Any security?
Yeah, loads. If I open the door, you'll have to deal with them.
Ryder,
Well, anyway,
overload the
as I was
generator
saying,
as I walk through the door.
You got it.
the whole concept. Yeah. Is that there are the other species that don't have pathfinders and stuff. Why did they not get pathfinders?
Would you prefer
But
doing
more
after your
importantly,
friends?
as I was saying on
No,
topic,
but
why
never mind.
was the
Take that passageway next. It'll take you
Quarians
through.
allowed
It looks like a bunch
to bring
of
other
cages.
species? Why weren't there other arcs instead of just loading them all up on the Quarian arc? So that gives us 5 arcs. Alright. We also know that the ones that would be worse for wear would be the Quarians. For the simple fact that, alright, as smart as the Quarians are, and as technological as the Quarians are, they are bringing other species that are in, like, real delicate
What the hell
positions.
is happening? Who's messing with security?
There would
Why
still
are the
have to be
feeds
a
down?
sorry on that Quarian
Someone
arc,
answer me.
because someone would have to live to wake the engineers up. We don't know how long a Quarian's lifespan is. We know that Taurians live pretty long. We know that Asari lived the longest, and we know that
Turrets. Those might be a problem.
we know that
I can turn them off or change the attack protocols.
They have a beam.
I can't open that cage. Remote access is disabled. They probably don't want accidents.
we know that every other species that's not there is mentioned.
Let's take
But
those turrets out of the
At
equation.
the same time, you have to wonder why the Quarians. Why would the Quarians be the ones that would have to be the ones that other species would have to rely on?
Beans, get back!
Ventilation in
And,
this place is awful. Everything smells like spit bug.
Don't worry about it. Just try not to get killed.
Yeah, no shit. But at the same time, you know, oh, gotta get out of there. Go, Ryder, go. Go, Ryder, go. What the hell are you doing, Ryder? Sorry, guys. Got caught up in the moment. And a hologram. Get off of my future girlfriend.
That was intense.
That thing was so big. You guys were amazing. Anyway, you should head through the workshop next. That's the direct way out.
Anyway, as I was saying. Yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna open up the cage. I did that once before. Spoiler alert, the animals will attack you. Ooh, a container. Anyway, you know, the Quarians aren't bad people. Let's establish that for all you people who are overzealous about the shit I just said. However, how do we know that the Quarians didn't sneak Geth parts with them? Which, you know, because that hasn't been done before. Yes, it has. Just as you guys know, it has been done before. Remember, Tally sent Quarian pieces back to the Geth pieces back to the Quarians, which cost her father her death. His death.
Double the rations for
So he
anyone
said
that
that
does it.
there wouldn't be other Quarian scientists who would do the same thing.
That armor will be trouble if the pilot gets inside.
It's plugged into the network for maintenance. I can disable its systems.
So that being said, you know, it would be kind of amazing if they did bring at least
That
one or
stuff cuts right through shields.
yeah,
If we're not careful,
One or
that'll
two
hurt both
gets.
them and us.
just to you know, empty shells, but just enough to see what would
Looks like
happen
you've got
in the
lots of
universe
options.
if the Geth and
Disable
the
the
Geth
Hydra
and
armor. I don't want to fight that thing.
Remnant
You got it,
got to
Pathfinder.
fighting or procreating, you know, what would happen? Oh, damn hologram.
Security here's intense. What on earth is Merryweather paying them?
Where are that guys die? We have a sniper.
That was really awful. I knew you guys did stuff like this, but help
Well, anyway, I'm sorry I had to got caught in the moment.
That's why I never wanted you involved in the things I did. You can't have excitement and adventure if you can't handle pain and blood.
Well, I guess it's straight through the door next.
Wasn't hard to double check. It's poor Solarian. Guess he was only 20 years old. 20 more to go, buddy.
Sid, what do we have coming up?
Anyway, as I said, you know, this is part 5. It is a summary.
Sid?
And, you know, I want you guys to think about that shit, though.
Sid?
Think about those, the Quarians and their
I think someone's on the
technological
hill. I can hear.
deal.
I think
They can, build anything out of junk.
Sid!
That's been
Sid, come
established.
in!
They have been known to
We found her. They're
reassemble
gonna kill her.
Geth to try and make them
Why'd
their
you have to go
slaves
be the hero,
again,
Sid?
which
Stupid, so,
again
so stupid.
was a stupid move.
It's better to try to be a hero than do nothing.
If trying gets her killed, I'm gonna kill her. You know what I mean. I think I can trace Sid's signal. Should
Anyway.
take us to her.
You know,
No time to waste.
you have
but
to
we
put
have to
these
be
things
careful.
together.
They have
If
my
you're a Mass
sister.
Effect fan, this is one of those logical steps that you'll be like, you know, James is he's kind of right about that Quarian bringing other species stuff. Because I'm gonna say the same thing about
Watch out! They're coming
the
straight for us.
Solarians, you know, because they're the ones who clone everything. Used to say they
Probably controls the security in
haven't
here. We should shut it off.
haven't made any
Turrets powering
efforts
down.
to make
We're
Russian
clear.
laws, you know, and bring them along. Because I know if I was a Solarian and I'm going into another galaxy,
Killing my people.
I want to take some of the most dominating shit from our
I
world,
don't even know how to shoot a gun.
not just to study,
You want your rap
or
bits
to
from Nix? You come to me.
make sure that they work well and adapt to a new galaxy, Because Solarians at their heart are scientists. Some, not like Morton, some, like Dr. Hart, could have still come along. Yeah, now they're going to a new galaxy where they don't have to obey Milky Way rules. Who's to say that mad Solarian scientists didn't bring Russia Mars, or Theron, or those carnivorous plants from Tachanka, or those spider crabs and pod crabs and all the other things that's in the Milky Way. Because we, as humans, we definitely are trying to keep things out of the endangered species list. Who's to say in the Milky Way galaxy, way deep in the future like this,
We're gonna get you out of this.
that you know,
Come on, that's a kid you got there.
we're
She's not a threat.
always trying to
Let her
save
go.
She hacked my
endangered
security.
species.
She's as tall
And
as
hopefully
you
the
are.
human race will never become an
Guns on the
endangered
ground.
species, but in the events that we do, we would hope that someone would have some technique to clone us or make some of us brand new and fix the problems that we have. I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen, but you know, you can never be too careful. Now remember, this is 2819. So they're so far deep in the future, they're probably listening to my YouTube pages right now. But anyway, you know, the thing is, when you're dealing with these species that are like exceptionally smart,
Get down! Stay down!
I won't
You
let
know.
anyone get to it, don't you worry.
it's kind of one of those
More Merryweather stock's taking a position.
it's one of those things where you're like, okay, how do we handle this issue?
Tell me you're going to talk to your sister about all of this?
You know, where the hell's that sniper? I saw you. It's not in there. That guy's gotta go. That damn hologram. Get me every damn time. Literally every time. A sniper rifle. I want Merryweather. Good night, sweetheart. Well, I put a hole in this shuttle. No, no, no. No, no, no. Damn it. Yeah, like that needed to happen. And I got shot. Hang on, pumpkin doodle.
Are you all right? Are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
Let's get you to your shuttle.
As you notice, there's no Mayweather's body. And the hole I shot in the ship is gone. Oh. Nope, that's a Turian. I was correct. There's no Mayweather's body. That's all. Okay, so where the hell is Sid? Okay, she's way up there.
Are you all right? Are you hurt?
I think I'm okay.
Help's on the way. We're all good. Thanks to you.
Anyway, so we have Quarian Arc. We know that they have
didn't mean for
Drill.
any
We
of
know they have
this.
Tanner. We
I'm
know
sorry,
they have
okay?
L4.
can't just
But
mess around with
why
people from Kadara.
would
They're
those
dangerous.
other races not have their own arc?
These guys wanted
I
to
can
start
not
over,
picture
not
a
be
Elcora
exiles
Pathfinder.
anymore.
Okay, I
No
understand
one
that.
else
Because
was
those
giving them a
guys are
chance,
like
so I
walking
I can do
balls of
that.
destruction.
I can help.
That's not your decision to make, Sid.
I don't want you hurt.
However,
There are ugly sides to what I do, and you shouldn't have to deal with
a
them.
Vorcha
You
Pathfinder.
started out when you
I
were
can
my
see a
age and
drill
you managed
Pathfinder.
okay?
There
I
wasn't
can
my
see
choice.
even
You saw what we
a
did here.
Volus
This is all fun and
Pathfinder.
games, Sid.
Can't really
Yeah,
see a
I was
hand
shocked
of
at first, but I
Pathfinder.
understand now,
Can't
and I
really
can
see
handle
an
it.
I don't want you to
Elcora
have to.
Pathfinder.
Whatever. I'm going back to
However,
the Nexus. Like
if the
you
makers
wanted.
of Blasto are with them in the other
Sounds like you're
Andromeda
gonna need a
galaxy,
long talk.
maybe Blasto's the
Or even
benefactor.
attempt to talk. She'll need some time to think. They both do. Hey, at least the settlers are safe.
You
Thanks
never
for helping
know.
me out with
That
this
would be
project.
awesome.
Can we just get
Blasto,
moving now?
the benefactor. Now we're gonna go get these rocks for science. And then we're gonna leave the planet and I'll come back to it. But I won't be filming it. Yeah. But yeah. When you weigh in the pros and cons of that, when you weigh in the pros and cons of these other characters having
So where's Kesh's grandmother?
arcs.
You're picking an old scar.
Still got
there,
quite a
Vetra.
few to go.
Rather not pry it open.
I'm sorry. It's just you're always telling war stories, and I thought
What makes you think that one's a war story?
Yeah, because most of the time when you look at these species, alright, now that everybody knows that the fact that you've come to Andromeda pretty much kills any of those indoctrination theories.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
But at that same exact time, you're asking yourself,
Mining zones in this region are
where am I on the map? Alright. I'm gonna head for that bridge.
available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Yeah, we'll worry about that mining thing.
Shit!
Not even at the cliff, and Drax is hollering.
Suvi Anwar is correct. Cosmic radiation is unusually high on this planet, likely an effect of the Scourge.
Let's say I just walked out into it. What would happen?
Cosmic rays would penetrate the molecules of your DNA. Terminal cancer is highly likely.
Suddenly, I'm thankful for the Nomad.
Gotta love the banter. But anyway, that being said, you kind of want to know why the Quarians were selected to carry those guys instead of like letting them be on the Nexus. And again, you guys might not agree with me, and you might, but I would have damn sure bought a few keepers.
lots of regret on the Nexus about you guys leaving. Most everyone realizes
I
we're
mean, I
weaker without the
literally
Krogan backing us up.
would have snuck some
We're
keepers
done being pushed around.
onto the Nexus.
It wasn't us doing the pushing.
Because if you think about
That
it,
was leadership's mistake.
the
And the
keepers
rest of you pay
could have had
for
the
it
Nexus
the way
up
it
and running.
always goes, kid.
I would have took some keepers, some of those android things. I would have took them all. Gotta go place one of those forward stations. Somewhere.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
Now, again with the forward stations, how many of those fuckers were assembled in space. Were assembled and are just sitting in space, launched from either the Nexus.
Have been added to your nav
You know the
system,
Tempest only has
Pathfinder.
one on it. But you have the ability to summon all these forward stations. So they're floating around in space somewhere until they're summoned. But the real question is, and this is for me, the real question is, if you have all of this material and you have all of these people from the Milky Way galaxy, why wasn't there
You can drive
some-
into the air of Pathfinder.
some sort of contingency plan? No. You know what? We're not even gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. We're leaving. Because she's on Kadara and I haven't met her yet. And it's kind
Looks
of
like the kid.
gonna throw the game in the uproar,
Taking her up. Where to next?
which is not what I want to do. That vertical boost and then that straight jettison. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, you know, with that being said, let's go into my
Giles said he wanted to see you.
second sum up, you know, for number 5 is, well, do the other Pathfinders get ships? Is Ryder special? The only reason why the Ryder clan gets ships, well, gets the ship.
Pathfinder, the trap you set in the cargo bay, we got a blip. I think something's in there.
But yeah, you have to you have to think these things through. And most of the time we don't. You know, we honestly
So the Angara were fighting their
Truly
own
don't.
this whole.
Hi there. You must be the one eating all our cereal.
and remember, keep the rat.
No poison glands or claws. Nothing on scans. You're probably only a risk to leftovers. You know, Pathfinders are supposed to catalog all new life forms. I should find you somewhere safer than our cargo bay. How about a nice warm cage in my quarters and all the cereal you can eat? Guess everybody around here needs a home.
Says a shady space rat. Now, before I end the video, just let me get rid of that science stuff and go yell at y'all. Just let me save the damn thing. Just in case. Now, before I do that, actually, I'm gonna talk to Vedra.
Damn it, Sid. What's
But
going
anyway,
on?
the, the whole thing.
power players, only to have it squandered by his sister calling in favors under my name.
Yeah, questions
Do you know
about
she
this.
got the
Alright,
genome for?
question 1.
What is
Why was
it?
Quarians
Cats.
allowed to bring everyone
Pulled from
else instead of
storage.
those guys having their own
One,
arcs or
there's
being
no
part
place
of the
to grow
Nexus?
anything right now.
Question 2.
It seems they aren't
Are the
giving up food.
Pathfinders all gonna
So
get their
why?
own ships?
She just has her priorities a little backwards.
And question 3 is,
I'll say. She got this idea in her head
will
that she needs to
EA
help
and
everyone.
give us another game
And she
before
thinks
the
what we're doing
dropping
is so
of the
exciting.
PlayStation 5?
But doesn't really
And will
understand
they
what it
make
takes.
enough? Mass Effect games to tie both Andromeda and the Milky Way together, because there's ideas about that. You know, you could have the Angara and the humans and all the other things pull their resources and build one gigantic ass Mass Effect relay. Now we know that in the other game, the relays, depending on your ending, were destroyed. However, if you chose to be you chose to become the
Because
Reaper,
what we do
then you
is
know that
exciting. We
Shepard,
make people's lives
Reaper
better.
Shepard
You make it
takes
sound so
control of the
wonderful.
Reapers and makes them
We see some
rebuild
real
everything
shit.
that they destroy.
But we don't quit because
If
what
you
we do
die
matters.
through the beam,
It does, doesn't it?
you know that
Even on the
everyone
worst
becomes
days, knowing we make a
half synthetic
difference.
and half
To make a difference is
whatever
probably all Sid
organic
wants.
being they are.
But what if she
synthesis.
gets herself into another mess? What if she gets hurt?
Whatever happens, I'm here for the both of you. I care about Sid because I care about you.
Right, all right. I don't know what to say.
And then, you know,
You don't have to say
the
anything.
fourth one, if you
How
do
about I
nothing,
let
you
you
don't
get
know
back
what
to work?
happens. But you also know that if you take the beam, the red beam, you kill all synthetic life. And that's the only one where you're pretty sure you know that Shepard breathes. You don't know if it's his last breath or if it's just a breath of relief. But you do know that he breathes. You don't know if David Anderson or Shepard survives. That's the one thing you don't know. Because the Aftermath video never tells you. It says all of this is happening well, it's happening way after that. You know, it's kind of,
Hey, can I see you in the med bay?
it's kind of hard to
You've
decipher.
gained Efra's trust. No easy feat.
Yeah, but at a price.
But you know,
You made
you
the
still
wrong
have
car.
to literally
Don't take it
grasp that
personally.
concept of
They hate all aliens.
Never made it seem like you had
what
experience with
is
them.
happening in the Milky Way
I know their
for the
leader.
next 600 years.
Aksu.
Now remember, if you pick the fourth
We studied together.
exit and you do nothing,
But unlike me,
the war continues.
he was
They
a good
don't
student.
use
The best,
the,
actually.
super
That he
weapon.
knows about Remnant?
You
He
know that
did.
they've all tried it over the last 50,000 years, and the 50,000
It's a
years
long
before that,
story.
and before that,
Give me the short
the
version.
only ones that didn't really get a chance to use it was the Protheans because
Was
they didn't know
captured
about the
by
damn
the
thing.
kid. He spent a year in
But
a forced
they,
labor camp
Javik
before
says
he
that
managed to
there
escape.
was a plan, but he doesn't go into it.
That's why he
But-
hates aliens.
But you know, at the same time,
Yes, he
for Shepard, you know,
suffered greatly. When
depending
Aksu
again on which one
returned,
you
He
if
no
you
longer
pick
cared
the
about
one
the
where
remnant.
Shepard does nothing,
or
and he says, "I
anything
die free,"
except destroying
the only
kid.
thing you know
Why
that
not join the
at the end,
resistance?
the only thing has
Aksu's
changed is
not the
that
type to follow
Liara has a
orders.
hologram for whoever's
And,
left.
I think
And
he
you
was
also know
bitter
that
we weren't
the
able to
Stargazer
rescue him.
is a woman instead
So
of a
he
man.
formed the rogue
And the
car.
woman
We didn't
sounds a
give them
whole
much
lot like
thought.
Samara, which is
But
possible
since
even
your
though
people
Samara
arrived,
was a matriarch
His cause has grown.
towards the beginning of the third game. But
I convinced Ephra I'm not a threat.
at the same
Maybe I can
time-
do the same with Axul.
you know, you have to concentrate
admire
on
your
her
courage.
words.
But Aksul's dangerous.
We made a
He
weapon,
lacks
it
Efra's
didn't work.
pragmatism.
So what happens to
He'll
the
make you
they
want
return to
kill
dark
him.
space and everyone is
I have to
destroyed
try.
except like the
If
Yard
Helios
and
is to
some
be
other
your
people.
home,
What in the hell
I guess you'll have to deal
with the
the
people from
Rogue one way or
Andromeda,
another. There's a recruit
have to
on
return
Navarro
home
who
to-
escaped with Aksul from the kit.
you know,
Her name is Thordir. She might know how
And-
to contact him.
that would be
I'll send you the nav point.
an interesting thing. No, we're gonna go on this mission after I go see Lexi in the med bay. Yeah, that would be an interesting thing to find out what was left, because everyone's game would probably be like hellaciously different, depending on the 4 fracked up endings that you took, and you'd have to load it. But what would be interesting is if it came to the PS4 before they reverse compatible the game for the PS4, is if there's like, here's your options. You can go back and play the trilogy all the way through, so that you can start the game over, or you can do like the comic book they did
Everything
for game
alright? Oh,
1 and
yes.
2 and 3.
PB and
And I
were
want to
just
get on that before
having a debate.
I go any
You mean
further.
argument?
No, that would be unprofessional.
If you say so.
Ryder, do you think I'm uptight?
I...
No, never mind. Don't answer that. Let's just talk about something else.
How long have you
As I
and
was
Harry been
saying,
friends?
you know,
I remember when he didn't complain about arthritis. We met at a medical convention on
if
the
by
Citadel.
chance they
He
remake
was
the trilogy
moderating a
for the
panel
4,
on
and then
neurosurgery
they
in
make
low-gravity
a
environments.
game
name
where
card
you
was
get to play
crooked,
the aftermath of what
But he
happened
was so
to Shepard.
damn confident.
We pretty much
I
don't
knew
know
we'd be
who
friends.
survived, except for the Stargazer at the end. You know,
I'll
we
let
do
you
know
get back to
that
it.
in one
I'll
case
be
the
here if you need
Stargazer
me.
is a woman, and in the other case the Stargazer is a man. We also know that Liara left a video recording. It was a little fuzzy and hazy, but they do let you know that someone may have survived. But we don't know who it is. We do know that the Justicars are a force to be reckoned with. And so they may very well be all that's left of society, because they were commandos and other Asari legendary stuff. So, that being said, yeah, we don't know what happens the entire time while these guys were in stasis and heading to Andromeda. We have no idea. There are no hints. But if you watch all 4 of the endings, if you watch all 4 of the aftermath, the R's one seems to be most plausible when you do nothing. Shepard's taking a breath one, it tells everything. Shepard becoming the Reaper leader, femme Shepard or male Shepard. It gives you hints, but it doesn't let you know anything outside of Shepard becoming basically a god to mankind to you know, save his species, even though he's no longer of that species. So that kind of puts you in a bind. You know what I mean? And so, before I end the video, which I'm about to end the video because I'm about to go to sleep, I want you guys to think about that when you're watching this. I want you guys to think about when you
Entering
played the
atmosphere.
trilogy,
LZ in sight.
and you probably ran it as many times as I did, if not more than I did, because I know I've run that game about 90 times. Literally 90 times from game 1 to game 3, especially when the trilogy came to the PlayStation. Yeah, so I know I ran that bitch a lot. Now, you have to ask yourself, because we want to tie the games in together. That we do. We definitely want to tie the games in together. But we would love to know in the aftermath. We know for sure that Hackett most likely survive, because they're going to need a strong leader. And it's usually the old soldiers that don't die in combat. They generally die when they come home. So if he lived, he probably died from a heart attack after the battle. Now this is just speculation, so don't go getting excited. But you know, let's say Hackett survived, which we're pretty sure Hackett survived. We're not sure about Anderson, and we're not sure about Shepard, because everybody picked a different ending. I've played all 4 endings. I will say the logical ending that I took was the red beam, where he destroys all synthetic life. So that wipes out Eve. Now, I did like the one where he jumped to the green beam. But as you know, if he jumps through the green beam, you only know that he makes synthesis, which means he dies. Yeah. If y'all didn't know that he dies with synthesis, there's only two possibilities that he dies. Synthesis and becoming the Reaper. Because they already said that if he became the Reaper, he'd have to give up everything that he had. And that the rest of the Reapers will follow him. And I guess that includes Harbinger, even though it wouldn't make sense for Harbinger not to have some kind of Reaper battle. Because, I mean, you know, if I'm the leader of a race that's been destroying people for 50,000 years, I'll be damned if I'm going to let the new kid on the block take my position without a fight. You know, that's just the way I see it. I could be totally wrong on that, but that's the way that I see it. Yeah. I'm not worried about the way you guys see it, but the way I see it. I could be totally wrong, for sure. And I'm okay with being totally wrong. However, at that same time, you kind of want to, you know what the fuck happens to them. Because you know the people from Andromeda are going to want to go home. If not them, their descendants are going to want to go check out their history. Even though they know that it's more than likely they can never go back, they're still going to want to know about where they came from. You know, because who wouldn't? Now, also the thing about that, you know, is that when given half a chance, you know, curiosity does get the best of us. So, again, depending on your ending, we want to know what in the fuck happens to Shepard while we're on our 600-year nap, because we take off between Game 2's ending and Game 3's beginning, according to the logs. And there has been another big ass debate for fans at the possibilities or the impossibilities of when they launch for Andromeda. Yeah. Which is understandable, and it does make a little bit of sense.
She's our best lead fighting us.
So, being that would make sense.
Protect Sylvia.
It would make perfect sense for us to have some resolution, since we didn't get our 17 promised endings. You know, might have been more than 17, but from what I was told before I actually became a Mass Effect fan, you know, before I started playing the game, because I refused to get an Xbox, you know, and I refused to get a PC because I just don't come from money. Yeah, but how the hell can I scan this bitch? Get the hell out of the way, y'all. But you know,
Rokar. They died fighting.
Absol must have sent them to watch over Thordir.
you know, we would love to have some kind of knowledge on what the hell happens to Shepard. And if anybody tells you they don't care, and they don't want to know what happens to Shepard, they're probably lying. But like I said, you know, depending on your battle, your ending, I'm pretty sure that the humans that came to Andromeda, yeah, they made it. But that next generation that they have to raise, that they have to get a foothold on, they're going to teach them about Earth. And Thessia. And wherever the hell the Solarians come from. But at this time I can't remember it. And they're going to learn about Paladin. Cirkess. They're going to learn about Cirkess. They're going to learn about Paladin. They're going to learn about the Quarian homeworld. Which again I can't remember the name of the damn thing. But they're going to learn about all these places. It's going to fill them with wonder on why they came 600 years across dark space. They're going to learn about Reapers. And if they send anybody back, are they going to have to go to stasis? Are they going to be able to make the leap to the next world? Or are they all going to have technology enough that they can build a mass relay? But I'm sure they have plans for it. You know, I'm sure they have some kind of contingency plan. Because I know if the benefactor had all that money to make this, without knowing that the Reapers are already doing their thing,
Locked. Overrided.
you know, who's to say that the benefactor and them didn't have a contingency plan to get back home? Who's to say that, you know, Hackett and them didn't have a contingency plan to build another mass relay? Because we know they had to take the last mass relay before they could, you know, totally get out.
Don't touch me.
You need medical attention.
And so I'm gonna say this as I
It's
end
too
this
late
video.
for that. I
You
made
know,
sure of it.
you don't know what happened in
They're
the Milky Way
self-inflicted.
when we
They
hit
can't.
Andromeda. We don't.
I can't go back. I
So-
won't.
What about
No, sister.
if we had a way to find out? After all, there have been some loss in Andromeda.
Let them.
You sound like
You know, there
him.
have been some
So confident.
loss of life there that
So
they
sure.
mentioned on the Nexus. Next of
You mean
kin
Axul?
cannot be notified
He saved me.
until the next of kin can be
He gave me a
notified
chance
in
to
the
live
Milky Way and have no way of
Die
reaching the Milky Way.
on my own terms.
You understand?
We need
I'm
to
gonna
find
end it
him,
with that.
Thalia.
I'm gonna end it with what is the aftermath of the Milky Way after we have gotten to Andromeda? Because you know you're Andromeda, so you're trying to establish a foothold with the Angarians and the Cat, and you've stumbled into the middle of a battle
Brave one.
that has now become a three-way war.
Even in the end, she was devoted to him.
So
And Axul's
Well,
using that devotion
we'll
to
figure that
spread
bridge
hate.
out, I guess,
The
eventually.
only other person
But
who could reach him
to end this summary,
is the Moshai.
you know, we
I'm
have
hoping to keep her out
to
of
keep
this.
that wonder in our
She's
skulls.
always had a blind spot when it comes to Axul.
Because in the end,
Come on, let's go.
it all has an answer. We just have to find it. So, we're gonna end this video with them going back to Aya. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna end this video the hard way. First, let's get out the manifest. This is your guys' bonus section, I guess. Still can't travel. Let's get some skills up. Routine, evasion, VI, flamethrower, offensive tech, increased combo detonations, improve existing damage bonuses. Let's do that. And let's go down here. Increase duration of user going to attack. Let's go there. And let's see, what do we have? Cryo beam, incinerate, overlord. We're gonna go from that. This is biotics. We have 8 points. So barrier, biotic, contaminant, shockwave, pull, and throw. let's go with the throw. Throw affect nearby enemies in a radius. Let's not do the throw. Annihilation. Let's do that. 3. Radius recharge speed potentially. Alright. So that's that. The fact that you can't use their powers, their numbers when they're full, kind of sucks also. Let's travel now. Still can't travel. You bastards. But anyway, when you weigh in that pros and cons, you know you have to think that shit through. Like I said, did y'all know where we are? There is a place, like, way over there. I think I can show you. I'm not gonna swear to it. You see that's blank? Somewhere you're gonna hit these, nodes. I haven't played the game deep enough yet, but you know you'll find them watching in my other videos. There are these secret nodes that pop up on like these sides of the wall here. I don't think you can do it before you go meet the sages or whatever. But if I find the cave, I'll show you. But one of those things is there. Cave is back this way, I think. And when I find it, the sides of these things pop out. And you spring on top of them. They will carry you to a secret spot, that will carry you to another secret spot, that will carry you to another secret spot. And you will be able to travel across Effa's Bridge, not Effa's Bridge, the Rokar's Bridge. And you will be able to get to the top of that tower, but not the tower with the sages. I don't have a photogenic memory, but I know it's in this area somewhere. Takes a lot of searching, but they're there somewhere. So when I can find it, so I can show you guys. I clearly can't find it. It's probably because I'm actually looking for it. You know how things work in games. When you don't look for shit, you stumble on it by accident. Or you get trapped and you die. Well, I know it's a cave somewhere, and I can stumble onto them things, but they're gonna take you up the top of these things. But it's gonna be somewhere out there. I'm pretty sure the damn thing is by the ship somewhere. It was under this damn thing. There's no, you'll know it when you find it. And be careful going into stuff like that because you're bound to get stuck. It's not way up there though. I have no idea why I can't find it. It's gotta be because I'm looking for it. I can tell you, I'm definitely way off in the looking for it place. I'm just gonna run around. You will know when you find it because it's somewhere in one of these damn spots, and when it opens up there will be levers that will come out of the ground, and they'll be somewhere over there, I think. Guess it's gonna take you up there. Right up there is where you're gonna find the damn transport beam. It's gonna take you to where you need to be. Well, somewhere along one of my videos I actually do show you where it's at, but it's kind of late in the video. So, there's no chance of me finding it right now. But hopefully the next time I'm recording, you'll see the damn thing. But yeah, there will be levers, and you will be able to jump up to the top of the tower that will give you a transport beam across and across again, and then you will see what I'm talking about. So thank you guys for watching. I'm James Senior. Summary part 5 is done. I hope the posting's all sometime between now and next week, and that's that. So without further ado, be seeing you. I might want to save it first.
Check in with you.
I'm actually going to land and press the assignment to go meet the Moshae. And then I'm going to go to bed. I'm not going to film the Moshae. I'm just going to land on Aya and call it a day. And if I remember, when we get back in, we'll talk to Korra. And so, here's where your game ends. And my summary ends too. Thank you guys. Have a nice night. Or day, depending on what time you're watching.